Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the first things to do after setup on Google Pixel 10 Pro. So first, what you guys want to do is, let's go over and swipe up to go home after the first setup. Now, the first thing that we need to do after setting up our phone is go over and connect to the Wi-Fi network. So let's click the settings right here, and as you guys can see, we will already be in the network and internet section. So we can also go to the settings that way. Let's click on settings, and here click on network and internet. Now let's click on the internet, and here choose our network. So this is my network. Now all we have to do is enter our password. So I'll see you guys in a second. Now after entering the password, let's just click on connect. And now first it will scan the network, then it will give us the IP address, and then we will be connected. So now we have the Wi-Fi network, and what we need to do first is we need to go over to the main page of the settings. Now scroll a bit down until we see the system. Let's click on software updates. And here, let's make sure that our device is up to date. Let's click on system update and click check for update right here. As you guys can see, my system is up to date, so make sure that yours is too. And now after that, what you guys want to do is go over and add a Google account, but we're gonna do that the other way. So we don't want to waste our time here. First, we have to set up the Google account, then go over to Play Store. So why not do both at the same time? Let's open up the Play Store and set up the Google account right here. So now it's gonna update for a while. And after that, we will be able to simply sign in. Then, as you guys can see, it will crash the first time. Now let's click sign in. And it's normal that it crashes. It's freshly after setup. So if it crashes 2, 3, or 4 times, don't worry, just repeat these steps. And I know it may be annoying, but that's just the way it all is. So let's enter our email first. As you guys can see here, let's enter our mail. And after we enter our mail, what we have to do is we need to enter our password. So I'll quickly do that off camera. After entering the password, as you guys can see, we have the option to choose who will be using this device. And as you guys can see, I will be using this device. You can choose my child will be using this device. It basically does not matter. So these steps may vary a bit, but it only matters if it's for your child. So I will just click next, and here we just have to click on I agree, and it should all be good. As you guys can see, now the Google services are loading up, and all we gotta do now is wait. Now let's scroll to the bottom and make sure that backup device data is enabled. It's enabled by default, so make sure to not disable it. Let's scroll down and hit accept. And as you guys can see, now we have all of our apps right here that we use on another devices with the same Google account. So we can install them right now or just skip it. So I'll click on install. Now they are installing in the background. And now to verify our purchases, we can use the biometrics, but we haven't set that up yet. Let's use the Google password for now, and I'll quickly enter it. Now let's click on done. And as you guys can see, now we are in the Google Play. So let's hit on our avatar, go to my apps and games, and check for updates that are available. So for me, there are 47 updates available. Let's hit update all, and now we can update them in the background, so we do not have to be in the app to update it. And now while it's updating, as you guys can see, the apps just came in, they are downloading, and this one is pending. Now let's go over to the settings. So open up the settings, and now let's leave the system and go to security and privacy. So when we're here, let's go over to the device unlock, and set a screen lock. Here you guys can choose the swipe, which is the default one. It's not safe. You guys can choose the pattern, pin or password. I'll go with pin. Here you need to enter at least 4 digits, but the more digits the better. So we can, as you guys can see, enter a lot more, but make sure to remember it. I'll enter 1 2 3 4, so don't copy my password. It's the easiest password to guess. And now it will ask us, what do you want your lock screen to show? So you can show all notification content. So for example, let's say you got a WhatsApp notification from somebody and it will show their name or their number and the content of the notification, so the message. Here you can only see the show sensitive content only when unlocked. So when your phone is locked, then you will only see that you got a notification from WhatsApp, but you don't know who sent that or what is the message. And here you can disable notifications and it will not show them on the lock screen, only if you unlock your phone. So here you guys can choose that. I recommend using the second or the third one. And now after you click done, you guys can go over and set up the fingerprint. So here we need to re-enter our PIN. And as you guys can see, we need to swipe down, click on I agree. And here you have a tutorial. So basically you need to tap in, then let go of it. So let's click on start. And as you guys can see, we can lift and touch again. It's that simple. And now it will ask us to go for the sides. So the first one is the tip. And now after that, it will ask us to change the position. And at the bottom, it will ask us to touch the left edge and the right edge. So now the fingerprint has been added. We can click on done. And let's skip it for now. Let's see if it works. So let's go here, let's use our fingerprint, and it does work. So let's go over to face and add the face ID. So enter the PIN. And after that, scroll down, go to I agree. And here you will have a tutorial on how to do that. You need to rotate your face up and then down. And let's click on start. Here you need to put your face in that circle, so I'll quickly do it off camera. So now it's all done. Here we can skip the lock screen, and after unlocking, our phone will go to the last used screen. So now you can enable it or disable it. It's totally up to your preference. Let's click on done, and as you guys can see, here we can use face to verify it's you in apps or unlock your phone. Now here we also have the watch. I don't have a watch with me, so I'll just quickly show you how it works. Basically, you need to continue here, choose your watch, and after that you will be able to set it up to unlock your phone by connecting simply to the watch. Now let's move on to the theft protection. It's very important. And the theft protection, basically when someone grabs your phone and then runs away, the phone can feel it and it will automatically lock itself. So let's enable it. As you guys can see, your screen locks, but if your device is not stolen, just unlock as usual with the PIN or the password. Now you guys can also enable the offline device lock, so whenever your device goes offline, it will lock itself to help protect any data on the device. Let's click on OK. And now here you also have the remote lock. You guys can use it, but you need a SIM or eSIM card. And now, as you guys can see, you will simply go to android.com/lock, and then you guys can enter your device's phone number and lock it remotely. So it's very good, as you guys can see. Now, after that, what you guys can do is set up the Google Wallet. So let's go over to the Play Store. As you guys can see, the updates are finally done. And let's go to search and search for the Google Wallet or Google Pay. Here we have the Google Wallet. Sometimes it comes pre-installed and sometimes you have to install it. So I'll quickly show you guys how it works. Let's click install. And now it will be pending for a while. The install is at max 5 to 10 seconds. And now let's click on open. Here it will automatically choose an account, the Google account, to use the wallet. Click on View Wallet right here and allow the Google Wallet to send the notifications. Here, as you guys can see, we have the loyalty programs, the clubs, the paybacks, driver rewards, and much more. It all depends on your region. So I'm in Europe. As you guys can see, I've got the things that are European. So don't worry if you, let's say, don't have the BP or Big Star. It's dependent on the region, so don't worry about it. Let's click Add to Wallet. Here you guys can also add your transit pass, loyalty card, and a gift card, or simply photos. So create a digital pass from a photo of a barcode or QR code. But we're gonna go with the payment card. Remember, you need to have the card physically with you. I do not have my MasterCard with me right now, so I cannot add it. But as you guys can see, we'll simply go to new credit or debit card, then enter its number, the expiration date, and the 3-digit security code. After that, you will be able to save and continue, and you will have your card ready to use. So that's very good. Now after that, what you guys can do is optimize your battery as a final thing to do after the setup. So let's go over to the settings, and here in those settings, let's go back and click on battery. So here, as you guys can see, we need to go over to the battery saver, and this is what we're gonna start off with. Here we have the extreme battery saver or the standard one. I recommend using the extreme battery saver. It's much better, and here you can use only the essential apps. But if you really need an app that is not listed right here, you can just scroll down and add it. So for example, if you need My Pixel or passwords, you can add it just like that. And after you use the extreme battery saver, we will be able to use those apps. So every app that has a color, we can use it. So we can use the My Pixel app, and that's basically how it works. Now we can also use the standard one. You'll be able to use every single app. It will just limit the background activity. And now let's go over to battery health. And as you guys can see, I have the battery capacity of 100%. It's a new phone. And here, let's go to charging optimization. Make sure to enable it, and you guys can choose between adaptive charging or limit to 80%. As you guys can see, whenever you use adaptive charging, then it will finish up charging to 100% right before we need to unplug. So it will learn from our patterns, and whenever you limit it to 80%, then the phone will only charge to 80% of the battery. So it preserves the lifespan of the battery, and the first one is just reducing the lifespan, not exactly reducing, but it helps to keep that lifespan. And both of those options are good. But if your battery capacity is 100%, then you can use like 80% of your phone, even though you charged it to 100. So you can charge it from, let's say, 20% to 100 or 20% to 80 to keep the battery safe. Now let's leave it here. Let's go over to battery diagnostics, and here we can check our battery. So for example, battery draining too quickly. Let's say phone is very warm, and as you guys can see, it will check our device temperature. Now we can also go over to issue with charging, and the results from 7 days says that no issues with charging found. Here we also have the other issues, like for example, fix battery drain problems on a Pixel phone, or get the most life from your Pixel phone battery. Now it will redirect us to the article on how to actually preserve the lifespan. And now here we can also enable the battery percentage to not open the control center to check our percentage, so we can just see it all the time, and now we will be able to know when to charge our device. So that's basically the things to do after the setup on the Pixel 10 Pro. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.